everybody, so today is just a day where I really don't have anything specific that I'm filming. I'm just kind of filming, so welcome to my vlog today. I am gonna ride a couple horses. I'm gonna ride Nakona and Petra. I haven't been on Nakona in a couple weeks, and Petra I've been riding about 5 days a week right now, and so I'm just gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna ride alone, and it's gonna be awesome. Hey everybody, I am super excited because I just got 2 new horses for training. So I'm gonna introduce you to them, and I'm excited for you to follow along their progress. I'll post regular videos on YouTube of how they're doing. So this is Ace. He is a Rocky Mountain gelding. And then I'll take you over here to meet his sister. This is Little Miss, and I had her for a month last summer. So any of the videos that you've seen of me riding a Rocky Mountain mare, this was her. Okay, so I will keep you posted on their progress. I will be doing a video every week so you can track and see how they're doing. So, Petra, you want to see the kitty? Oh, don't eat her tail. I'm gonna start calling this the daily roll. This happens every day. I let horses out after having their grain, and they all come back here. Even the horses that don't get grain, they come up and they have themselves a good roll. Everybody goes down. So cute. And then Rebel's just laying there, eating snow. Horses just finished rolling, and I thought this was just kind of interesting. So a lot of people, they ask me, so do you brush your horses every day? And I'm like, no, because seriously, who has time to brush? If you have one horse, maybe, but to brush all your horses every day? No way, man. These are all the spots where the horses were rolling. And they love to roll in the snow, but look at all the stuff that comes off them. How cool, hey? Insta-clean. Look at all this hair that came off that horse. The loose stuff comes off them when they roll. Yes, it's a good idea to brush your horses, and it sure helps speed up the process, and they like it. It feels good. I do have a couple horses that don't particularly like to be brushed, but for the most part, sure, they like it. Whoops. But anyway, so you'll find spots like this all over in the pasture if there's clean snow where they just roll, and it feels so good. So every day I try to just let these guys, when they come out of their stalls, come and roll, because it feels good. They like it. Makes them happy, and that makes me happy. Something that I make a good habit of doing is when I'm getting a horse used to going in a stall, I always back them in. This is good for so many reasons. Without the dog, of course. But the reasons why I do this is because it gets my horse good at backing up in general, but he's going to step up to get in this stall, and he knows there's grain in here, so he's looking forward to it. This horse doesn't particularly like to be in a stall, but he does like his grain. So this is one way I can get him good at being in a stall, is by him getting his grain. See, I'll get out. After I back him in, I always ask him to drop his head. Then I take the halter off. And what that does is, this is going to help when we're backing him out of a trailer. yes, they're having to step up to get into the stall, but backing out of a trailer, they have to step down. So, and it's very similar to the horse. They get it, and it's extremely helpful when it comes to backing a horse out of a trailer. But it helps them be very patient. They've got a job that they have to do before they don't just get the instant gratification of going in their stall. So as I'm teaching a horse to go into a stall for grain, I always do that when I lead them. I never lead my horse in and just bring them into their stall for their grain. They've always got to back in, they got to work for it a little bit. But it also will help the horse have some patience as far as when you take your halter off. One of my biggest pet peeves with a horse is when you go to take the halter off and they wring their head away from you. So it drives me crazy. So I'm always trying to fix that habit in a lot of horses. So for me, the biggest thing is to never let them learn that to begin with. So as you're taking your halter off your horses, always be really patient with it. Have your horse drop their head a little bit. Wait till they're soft and let that halter sort of just fall off their face. So that's just one little tip that I do. So as I'm doing things here, it's fun to be able to just show you as I go about my normal day. So that's just one little thing that I do on a regular basis with all my horses, and it helps so much with so many things. Have you ever really just watched a horse eat their grain? This is Miss Kitty. She is 25 and she loves her grain, but she is one that will clean up every single little teeny tiny drop of feed. Even if it ends up on the ground, she will clean up every little tiny piece. I always found it to be very interesting just to watch the horses eat their grain. It's amazing that they can pick up such tiny little pieces. Miss Kitty really doesn't need, Stella, come here. She looks really good. She doesn't really need grain, but she likes it. She's 25. I've had her since the day she was born. I just want to feed her grain. She's like, why do you keep videoing me while I'm eating? She doesn't get very much. Look at that bowl. Clean as a whistle. Oh, there's one little piece. I bet you she'll find it though. And there's a little snowball in there too. Yep, she found it. Oh, wait, no, she didn't. One little tiny piece. Now she got it. Now, something that I want to make sure that my horses are good about is I'm heading up to the arena. Oh, look out, chicken. Look out. So I'm heading up to the arena with Petra, and I have her grain right in my hand. And she's being very respectful. I want to make sure that my horses can, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, they're not going to try to take the grain out of my hand. So we're going into the arena and she's going to stay in a stall in here and eat her grain in here. For anyone who's been to my barn, understands Clover and how needy she is. She demands attention. Demands it. She just rode on my shoulder while I cleaned up manure and brushed 2 horses. She has not moved. And that is a tail in my mouth. Here's something new that we just put in the shelter. Usually I have white salt blocks out for my horses, and they just aren't able to get everything that they need from licking a salt block. Horses' tongues aren't as rough as other animals, and salt blocks may work for other animals, but horses need to be able to take it in a loose form. So this is great because I know that they're getting exactly what they need, and it's free choice, so they can just come and go as they please. I'm really excited about it. So I've been monitoring this very carefully and filling it when needed, and the funny thing though is all of a sudden, as I put these in both my pastures, all of a sudden water tubs are like, I'm going through a ridiculous amount of water. So they're over here eating all this salt and then going over and drinking water. So they'll taper off after a while. They're just pretty excited to be able to have all this free choice salt, so they'll slow down consumption. So now that he's in here, I'm going to just wait because he's going to root around and bonk me with his head and all sorts of stuff. And I want him to learn to just be nice and quiet here. We're going to stand right here, and then I'm going to ask him to drop his head. That's exactly what I mean. That could really hurt somebody. But he thinks that pushing with his nose is going to get him what he wants. It's just worked before. So he's very pushy. And he's just going to wait here for a moment until I feel he's nice and quiet. And then I'm going to take his halter off. And as I'm taking his halter off, he'll try to beat me up with his head. And so this is actually really, he's standing very, very good. I'm very happy with this. Stella, get out. Stella, get out. But this rooting with the nose and tossing the head around, I'm not okay with that. He needs to learn to be patient. I'll pull the halter off. Now I'm going to ask him to drop his nose. Good. And as I bring that over, there. Then he can back up. But I want that to turn into I want that to get to the point where it's really nice and soft and quiet, kind of like Bear. He's really good about that. But he's done it for a long time. So Lucky's new to that. So he's learning. So it's just something I've been doing with him every time I fuss around with him. It is April 5th right now, and our horses are shedding like crazy. So I hope that the weather starts to get better too, because we've been having so much cold weather lately. Like this morning, it was 16 degrees, and I love this. This is like, some people enjoy vacuuming, you know, and seeing like a clean floor. I enjoy watching a lot of hair fall off of a horse. Well, it is 9 o'clock, and I just had the most fabulous few hours in the barn. I got 2 absolutely wonderful rides in. I got horses fed, taken care of, and a few things that I wanted to get done in the barn. So sometimes it's nice just to have a good quiet night in the barn to myself, so I can ride my ponies in peace and get things done. So thanks for joining me. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Versatile Horsemanship YouTube channel if you'd like to continue to see videos like this on a regular basis. Thanks.